Every season, we get the one guy that is just the comedian, just the funniest person in the room, and he's the most annoying. Hey, Vince. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Ready to Laugh is back. This is season 11, episode 1. Detroit is lit. We are in the Midwest finally. I mean, I just kind of feel like, my God, y'all, the way reality TV feels that there are 4 cities in the world. Atlanta, DC, Houston, and Dallas. There is more. There are black people everywhere. Come on to the Midwest. All right. So before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and leave your comments down below. Hype the video. You got hypes left. All right. So let's get right into it. Before we even get into it, let's address the elephant in the room. No, I don't have pictures. No, I will not add pictures. If you need pictures of the cast, Deadline.com has individual pictures of the cast. So, if by chance you do not remember how somebody looks from the 24 hours ago that you watched the show, go to the Deadline. They are wearing the same outfits as their pictures. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. So they meet up and they are at some type of car museum. We know that Detroit is known as the Motor City, and Detroit is known for their cars. So they're at a cute little place. I was like, this place is nice. So we meet Dominique first. She is 42 years old. She is a celebrity stylist. Okay. We then meet Bello. He made a comment that took me to believe that Bello was his last name, but he is a real estate developer. He said that he is good with the politicians and he's good with the homeboys in the streets, basically. Okay. He said the name Bello is good anywhere. We have Emily. She is 44. She is a seamstress for the Detroit Pistons dancers. Okay. I said, okay. Now, a lot of these people have more than one job. You ask me what I do communications for the adoption and strategy department at an insurance firm. One job. The way that these people, the way that these people was listing 3 to 4 different things that they did. I mean, damn, am I hustling backwards? Am I hustling backwards? Oh my God. So we then get Steven. Steven is 39 and Steven is a teacher. And I was like, Steven. I fell in love with Steven's glasses. Y'all know I am a glasses girly myself. I have all different color glasses, different shades, different types, different what was. I was like, Steven is cute. I like Steven. He seems like a nice guy. He is my fave. Right now, Steven is my fave, okay? Plus, I love male teachers. I don't know. I just feel like they got a particular, like, something about themselves. We then meet Ashley. Loved her hair color. That was so pretty. I actually want to go like a burgundy-ish this winter, but loved her hair color. Ashley owns her own gym, but then later in the episode, she said she did non-invasive body sculpting. So Ashley, again, couple jobs. That's okay. We then meet Darius, 40 years old. He is an exotic car rental business owner. The Beijing is strong with that one. I said, oh, ladies, I hope he don't lean his head on nobody because he's going to stain y'all dresses. Darius gave off major Playboy vibes. He was also very flashy. I'm not a flashy girl. Like, I want you to be able to dress, right? I want you to have a nice shoe game. But something about Darius gave me more of the ick than anything else, but it's still the first day. We then meet Lauren. Lauren is 6 feet tall, and she said that she wants a Tahoe or an Escalade, not a sedan. I said, facts, girl. Now, I am only 5'7". Okay, truth be told, so I am 41 years old, right? I went through probably the first 37, 38 years of my life not knowing how tall I was for real. So I stopped growing Height-wise, shoot, probably like sophomore year of high school. In my mind, somebody told me I was 5'10". I don't know who told it to me, but at some point somebody told me I was 5'10". So, 2 years ago, I'm at the doctor and I'm looking at how they give you the after patient summary, and or what is it, the after visit patient summary. I'm looking at it and I'm like, y'all got my height wrong. So I tell the nurse, she was like, Tammy, no, it's not. I'm like, no, dead ass. Like, I'm not this height. She say, how tall do you think you are? I said, I'm 5'10". She was like, ma'am, no, you are not. So I'm like, okay, well, let's remeasure me. We go, she remeasures me, and she was right. I'm 5'7". So nonetheless, Lauren, I feel you. I need you to be 6 feet to talk to me. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna wear heels. My heels are gonna bump me up. Okay, pretty tall. I need a tall man. No if, ands, or buts. I have dated somebody that was shorter than me. Hated it. I have dated somebody that was my height without heels. Hated it. I need you to be taller than me. I do. So Tommy comes in and he said that Detroit is the first city that they've been to in the Midwest. And I think that's a shame. I think that's a shame. Come to the Midwest. I'm not saying y'all got to come to Milwaukee, but we have Chicago. You can go to the Twin Cities. I feel like a lot of these shows would fare a little better if we stop going to the same typical cities over and over. I'm looking at You, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind. Any reality show that pops up and out is from y'all go to the same cities. Try something new. Okay. So Tommy said we're going to go old school this season, and we're going to go back to having all 20 singles like the good old days meet up right away. None of this is one group, this is one group. We're going to stop all that. Let's take it back to the beginning. So Tommy also lets them know somebody is going home tonight. Personally, I wish that Tommy didn't say that, because what ends up happening is I feel like people start overcompensating for themselves and they start doing a lot. They start talking too much. They're coming on too strong, or they feel the need to quickly try to force a connection with somebody. So they're Xing out other people and not giving them a fair chance. Right? So we start off with Nicole and Ed. They apparently know each other from college. Nicole said, I had the biggest crush on Ed back in the Gap. She tells him, look, we need to have a conversation. We've never had a conversation. He was like, yes, we have. But we find out that Ed came back to the city for his family and his kids. I thought Ed was handsome. I liked Ed's personality. He seemed cool. Ed has a check mark in my book. We have Lauren and Vince. So they had really good banter. And she was saying that he was giving Chris Rock vibes. I feel like Vince is gonna get on my nerves. Like, I don't, cause it doesn't come across as natural. It comes across as he is trying to have a moment. That's what I'm getting from it. Vince is trying to have a moment, and I hate that for him. So we see Ashley. Ashley said that she needs a man to have money to date her. So we have Devon, or is it Devin? We have Devin, okay? They're talking. Devin said he wants 2 kids. Ashley says she wants 1 or 3. I said, okay, I'm not an odd number type of girl, but cool. So it seemed like the conversation was going great, but Devin, wasn't Xavier, it was one of the asses, talks a lot with his hands. He's very expressive about it, okay? And because he's very expressive about it, she felt that she didn't like his mannerisms. Now, as somebody that talks with their hands, I didn't notice it until after she said it. And then I was like, oh, he is doing a lot with his hands. It is a very limp wrist, but I didn't think anything of it. However, Ashley says she wants a more manly man. Okay? I said, ooh, I just kind of felt like that maybe wasn't the best thing to say, Ashley, on TV. So we have Reggie, okay? Reggie is cute and that's it. Very base level. So I feel like Reggie came in with way too much dip on his chip. But Reggie said that sometimes women bring him in the room just so there's a cute guy there. He has a Playboy bunny tattoo on his wrist, one that's childish. One that's very childish. Two, it's one thing to have it, it's another to lie about it. So then he was like, "Is it? Is that what that is?" Okay. It's because my brother, we call him a playboy. So your brother is the playboy, but you get the Playboy bunny tattoo. Just be real about the shit. Just be real about it. Like I just say, you know what? It's a tattoo I had when I was young and dumb and cool, cool, cool. So Reggie is a thrill seeker. So he's talking about how he rides a motorcycle and he's asking Ashley about getting on a motorcycle. And Ashley was like, no roller coaster, no motorcycle, no nothing. I said, oh, girl. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Would I want to get on a motorcycle at the age of 41? Not especially. One, because people play too much. And two, do I want to go ride roller coasters at my age? Not especially, but I've done all of that already. However, if I came across a guy and he was still big into if he was still big into roller coasters and motorcycles, that wouldn't bother me. Like I don't the way that like Emily was judging him for that, and I thought that was interesting. So he asks her her sign. She says she was a Sag, and he was like, "Yeah, I can kind of feel that." And I was like, "Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean? I've never heard somebody say that about a Sagittarius." So that or a Sagittarius woman, the Sagittarius, those are men. Okay, so Vince and Donna seemed to have a really good connection. They're laughing, they're talking. Donna is the mathematician, if I recall. And he was like, I ain't even that good at algebra. So she enjoyed it. And then we get to Cardi, and I was like, this hair color. I don't have a problem with the way he chose to wear his hair, but that hair color was very much given. Have y'all ever seen? Okay, there's a movie. I can't think of the name of it, but it came out years ago, and Blair Underwood is in it. So Blair Underwood had this wife. His wife was pregnant, and they went to like a carnival or a fair, and they got into the sky glider. No, 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 no. Not the sky glider. They got into the Ferris wheel. While they were on the Ferris wheel, they were shaking the little buggies, which they tell people not to fuck around on that stuff. But they're playing with that, and the wife actually falls out to her death. Horrific. But he turned crazy and he dyed his hair blonde in that movie. And it was like the same color uh, blonde adjacent. And that's what it made me. It just made me feel like he might be a little. And if you are not Cardi, then you know what? I apologize. But that hair color is not for you. You looked 1,000% better in your confessional. But he is an insurance broker, okay? Vince was questioning Dominique about her tattoo. So Dominique had on a dress, very pretty color, but her shoulder was out right here, and she had a tattoo. Now, apparently, the tattoo was a cover up of some people or somebody's name. Now, you got to be careful with a cover up to make sure that that shit is what? Covered up. So apparently Dominique's tattoo wasn't the best. And Vince was like, is that a name? Whose name is that? Now, one, I thought that was rude. Like, first of all, if my tattoo looks bad, which mine don't, but if my tattoo looks bad, don't come up and ask me about it. What if she was like in between like sessions to get it touched up or whatever? So he starts making all these things like, well, you know, I can see it, right? I can see the name. And I was like, the fuck is going on, Vince? I just thought it was very childish of him. He was like rude about it. Like, and even later when some of the guys were, he brings it up to some of the guys, they were like, I didn't know, I was locked in on her face. The way that Vince handled that was so childish. And then when she didn't want to talk to him anymore, then he was sitting there looking stupid. I promise y'all, every season we have this. We have the comedian that, or the person, not even the comedian, but the person that wants to be the funny guy that puts their foot so far in their mouth and then they're up on the chopping block, as we see later. I did not understand why Vince was even acting that way. It was just so rude to me. I didn't like anything about it. So we have Christina. Christina thinks she famous, and I don't know why. If there's anybody in Detroit watching, like, is Christina somebody? Because she was doing a lot. Okay. So she's talking with Steve, and she was saying how, when I go out, I got to be VIP because, I just can't be up in Gen Pop. The fuck? Uh, what? Who is she? Because I feel like, girl, if you that damn famous, why you on this show? This low budget show. Huh. Then she goes on to say everyone isn't this level of isn't used to this level of pretty. Look, we got to have some perspective about ourselves. I'm not saying that Christina's not a pretty woman. I'm not saying that at all. But like, girl, relax. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. A lot, okay? So we meet Chris Chef. He's over there talking to Emily, and I felt like I was listening to like his TED Talk because he was listing his accolades, and it was like, and I'm still to this day, and I was like, okay, we know that you still opening successful restaurants, my brother. Nobody said you were. But after we got past that aggressive introduction, they had like a nice little connection, and I said, okay, Emily does like somebody because she was very dry with Richie. So we get to Curdy and Shannon. I'm a try not to call her Shannon, but she does spell her name with a C. So they're talking and they're over to the side, and he was striking out, boy. So he was so nervous. He said, "I'm sweating my hair out." I said, "Are you?" He said he was he said he was sweating his hair out, but he didn't know what to ask her. He was making her uncomfortable. She didn't know if he was bored or he just didn't want to talk to her. It was something, okay? I said, "Let's not do this. Let's not do this again." I felt like I was uncomfortable watching. I think Cardi just got to relax a little bit. I think once Cardi relaxed, maybe Cardi wasn't comfortable with his hair color that day. That's what I'm gonna go with, okay? So Tommy comes in, and Tommy likes to talk to the ladies and talk to the guys to find out who they're liking and who they are not. Now, we know that there are only 10 guys, okay? So you need to be on the likes list. But the ladies are saying that they like Darius, Vince, Cardi, Ed, Chris, Steven, and Bello. They did not like Devin, Richie, and Xavier. Now, they said Xavier was kind of stiff because Lauren told him to do a spin for me, and he didn't want to. Devin, they don't like his, Ashley said, his mannerisms. And they feel like they didn't like the way he was dressed. I said, "Aw." And then Richie is just annoying. But Emily said that he's a thrill seeker, and she thinks that's childish. Whatever floats your boat. So Tommy talks to the guys, and the guys like Nicole, Shannon, Donna, Lauren, and Christina, or Ina as she wants to be called. The guys did not like Emily, Dominique, Diamond, and Ashanti, okay? So Tommy calls Dominique, Emily, Richie, and Devin all up to the front. And they were like, oh my God, like, it's what kills me though. Everybody is like, me, I'm getting caught up. Emily ain't say nothing because she knew. Emily knew. Now, the reason that Dominique got caught up, they're saying that she's a little too rigid. Um, and I guess she was given very surface level. And I was like, okay, we didn't really see her. We found out way at the end that her kids are, she has twins that are 25 and 21. But we didn't find out a lot about her personally outside of the fact that she dated two like famous people. So, I mean, okay. Emily, I think they just don't think that she wants to be there. And Emily has bad energy. Richie is a clown and annoying. And Devin, it's really his outfit, which I thought was okay. So Tommy tells them, look, your time has come to an end. I said, damn, Tommy, you getting rid of all four? We barely met him. But then he tells them the journey is not over. And I said, oh, okay. And then that was the end of the episode. So I like the cast so far. I like the ages. I think everybody I think everybody is at a good age. Everybody seems established. I think everyone is good looking in their own way. That sounds shady, but I don't mean it to be. But I think this is a good looking cast. So we'll see what's gonna happen next week, how they are gonna determine what's gonna happen. But we've told Tommy about this. Don't send these people home the first night. Unless you're Vince. I know y'all be in the comments. So Vince, I'm just playing. Oh my God. But no, but like for real though. Unless you're Vince. Let me know what you guys thought about this first episode. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.